Hello everyone. In this session, let us understand the character classes in regular expressions. When we want to represent the word characters or digits or the special characters or the white space characters, then we can use these special symbols to create the regex pattern for them. We have 5 categories here. The first category is the backslash and D, which represents any single digit character. Anything in between 0 to 9 can be represented by using this backslash and small d. Then we have a backslash and small w, which can represent any word character. Now it can be, interestingly, it can be anything in between capital A to Z, small a to Z, and underscore, and also it can also represent 0 to 9 as well. Okay, but this small d will represent only the digits from 0 to 9. Okay, then this backslash s will represent any single white space. This backslash capital D will represent any non-digit, just opposite of this small d. And again, this backslash capital W will represent just the opposite of small w. It will represent everything apart from a digit and a word character. So let's understand these by taking some examples. Let us say I have a string pattern is equal to a backslash d. Now in this case it will throw an error because this backslash d is not part of a valid escape sequence. If you see there, it says that invalid escape sequence. Now in Java there is a series of valid escape sequence like a backslash b, a backslash t, a backslash n. You might have used a backslash n for like a new line character, but this backslash d is not part of this escape sequence, and that is why we are getting this error. Now in this case, what we can do is we can just put another backslash. In regular expressions, the meaning of backslash is the escape character. The default meaning of backslash is escape character that escapes the default meaning of character next to it. That escapes the default meaning of the character next to it. Now in this case, the default meaning of this backslash is escape character, and that's why we are getting the error. It is not the escape character here, it is part of this whole symbol backslash d. And to escape that meaning of this backslash character, we add another backslash. To escape the default meaning of this second backslash, we added this first one. Okay, we'll do a separate session on the escape characters in the future sessions, but for now just understand that whenever we want to use these symbols today, we will use a double backslash. Okay, and we know that to represent a digit we use this backslash. So if you take a string str1 and add a digit, say 6 in over here, and when we use str1 dot matches to test this pattern, we get a true. Let us say we want to represent a 3-digit number, something like 678. It is still true. So this 3 represents a quantifier which just repeats the preceding character 3 number of times, exact 3, and that's how it becomes any 3-digit number. But if you try to make it a 4-digit number, then it will fail. Obviously, when you run the program, you see this false. Okay, so the D represents any single digit character, and then you can use the quantifier to increase the instances. Okay, now when you use a small w over here, it represents any word character. Now it can be any capital or small letter and underscore, or it can be any digit. So something like this. Let us say, let me make it 4 here, and let us say a capital letter, a small letter, underscore, and a number. And when you run the program, you see it's still true. So the small w can take pretty much everything on the keyboard apart from the special characters. For the space, we can use simple s, and this will represent a single white space character. Now this pattern will match this string. When we run the program, we get a true over here. Okay, and this capital D is just the reverse of small d. When you use a pattern as capital D, and let me make it as like at least 2, at the max 9, for example. So anything apart from digits. So it can be a character, it can be a special character. So you can have a combination of some special characters, capital letters, small letters, and when we run the program we get a true. So capital D is just the opposite of small d. Anything apart from a digit will become a non-digit character and can be represented by a capital D. And this 2 to 9 is just a quantifier, as we saw in the last session. Now for a capital W, which is just the opposite of the small w, which will represent anything apart from a digit and a word character. So pretty much special characters. To represent the special characters, we can use this capital W. When we run the program, we get a match. Very easy. To represent only digits, we use the small d. To represent the digits, word characters, underscore, we use this small w. And S for white space, capital D for non-digits, capital W for non-digits and non-word characters. So that is pretty much special characters. Now let us take a couple of examples. Let us say I want to create a pattern to represent the phone number that starts with 678. So all the phone numbers in the area code, which is 678, we want to create a pattern. So something like this we can create. Let us say it starts with 678 and then we need 7 digits. It can be anything. So you can do something like this and 7. So it will always start with 678. So that's the area code, and then it can have any 7 digits. So if you create a test string, something like 678 and then 7 digits. So yes, we get a true. So any phone number from this area can be represented by this pattern. If you try to change the area, then obviously it will fail. So what we are doing, we are just making a combination of hard-coded string and a regex symbol. Also, if you try to change the number of the letters here, then also it will fail because it's checking for exact 10 characters. Now let us say I want to create a password which starts with at least 2 characters, word characters, or at the max 6 word characters, and it ends with exactly 2 special characters. So I want to create a pattern to represent a password which starts with at least 2 characters or at the max 6 characters, word characters, and it ends with exact 2 special characters. So how would the pattern be? We will start with the word character and it starts with at least 2 and at the max 6, and then we have the special characters, that's the capital W, and we have exact 2 special characters. So in this case, when you test it, let's say, so this is the test string, has 3 word characters in the beginning and at the end 2 special characters. So when we run the program, we expect a match, yes. Let me try to add another special character just to see if it matches. No, that is expected. Also, let me try to add some more characters. I just want to go beyond this maximum limit of 6. And when we run the program, yes, we are getting false. So this is the way we can represent such type of a password. Okay, so this is about the character classes. Very easy, and we'll use these concepts in the upcoming sessions as well, where we'll do a lot of examples using these. Thank you so much for watching this session, and I'll talk to you with some more concepts in the upcoming sessions.